Would never put anything in your name, not even a to-go order. Number one, first and foremost, I will not even put a to-go order in my name. And understanding that you can be your own lifeline. You don't have to just call for help. You can dig yourself out of the hole that you put in. And when you make your bed and lie in it, it's a lot of people feel bad or they're embarrassed by it, where your mistakes can be. I always tell people my last L made me my first M. The lessons and the losses I took made me millions of dollars in the long term of things. One of the biggest things I just learned is just rolling with the punches and remembering you can always get yourself out. There's an abundance of money. You can always make more. Even if you blew it or spent it or lost it, you can always make it again.
You're a seven-figure earner now, but I would love for you to tell me more about how bad things got financially during that time. How far did you have to go down?
So I moved out April 5th, 2016. It was 1 month free, and I had till June 3rd to figure out how I was going to pay $3,000. I started selling other people's products, and I was able to make the rent money June 2nd, but obviously it was still broke because I just paid the rent. Then I started selling fishing poles online. I was making $5,000 to $10,000. To then I went and got a credit card for $5,000. Took that credit card, maxed it out on Facebook advertising. And by the grace of God, the videos started to go viral with the advertisements, and I made around $89,000 in 3 weeks. From there, I always tell people I'm an anomaly. Nothing ever happens like that. I feel my first 6 figures was truly luck of the draw and just prayers, because I was trying my best. I was just giving it 110%, hoping and praying that something I was selling was going to make me enough to get out of the situation. Now, with that income, some of the drawbacks was obviously domestic violence, obviously fighting of funds, fighting in the home. It was just a lot. And at the time, I didn't know that you could break a lease or you could get out of those situations. I thought it was tied to that apartment when I wasn't. When I finally did realize I could just leave, he made the decision to flood it. He flooded our unit, and all the units below us had to move out, which caused an eviction by default, as well as around $18,000 worth of damage after renter's insurance.
The insurance covered that even though it was
I
done.
had renter's insurance, but I still had to pay $18,000. And then the people below us had renter's insurance. That's how it came to be about with the eviction. That's just the way that it went. And obviously the police were called. So it wasn't all on me. They still had sympathy for me. That people in the building knew of the situation, and I looked really beat up. Unfortunately, it wasn't like he said, she said. It was very adamant that I was trying to get out the situation. I just did not know how at 21 years old. Those were some of the hardships I did face after the eviction, picking myself back up and rebuilding. By this time, it's 2017. I'm just now starting and creating Wealthy College Kid. Before, I was just strictly selling on Shopify and building out e-commerce brands, to now an e-commerce education platform with digital products where I'm seeing much bigger profit margins, as well as a lot more consistent income because I'm not using advertisements to fund customer base. I was able to dig myself out and just keep repeating. My videos are now going viral on Facebook, to now I have a large amount of not only enrollees and students, but followers on Facebook and doing Facebook Lives, having thousands of viewers and hundreds of comments of people that are supporting learning how to sell online.
You said earlier that you took a big risk, right? It worked out for you, but it's not that type of level of risk is not necessarily going to work out for everyone. I'm curious to hear, what were you doing prior? Did you have experience?
No, I went to school for communication and conflict. I was a full-time night nanny for newborns and infants. I didn't have any prior experience at all. And advice I would just give to people that are looking to have similar results or any type of income is why I created Wealthy College Kids, so that people could enroll to earn, because I noticed that there was a gap in the market of nothing, that people can't take a large risk of thousands of dollars. They need to start out small and get themselves back on their feet.
What made you go towards e-commerce?
One of his friends was sleeping on the couch, did it, and they told me that I should try. Luck of the draw.
Oh, wow. Okay. Today, obviously, you're doing very well. What are some of the key changes that you made in order to 10x your income? And how can the dreamers do just that?
Consistency, getting up every single day, giving 110% every single day, posting no matter what, every single day, responding to people and being accessible in the beginning so that people can build that bond and that trust with you, as well as picking what you're going to do and sticking to it. A lot of people struggle with purpose or what vehicle to take. You need to pick one vehicle that you are going to stick with from day one at $0 to $10 million, because there's so many different things that can make you $1 million. You just have to find the one that works best for you.
For any dreamer that's listening and that's interested in getting to e-commerce, how do they get started?
You can always get started. I have a 100% free class I do every single Wednesday at 9 p.m. I go live Monday through Friday, educating people. I post a YouTube video on Wealthy College Kid about e-commerce 7 days a week since the first. Like, there's tons of free information out there so you can educate yourself on the business model of selling online, to what you should be selling online, during what trend, what month, and put yourself in the position to start doing so by just posting that first product.
You said that you invested a lot of money in ads early on, right? For anyone who might be listening to this and are intrigued, what startup capital do you realistically need to be able to make any money in e-commerce?
I started off with Shopify, which obviously needed money for advertising, but I actually teach in my free classes to start selling on eBay, where you don't have to pay for a website and you don't need any inventory or advertising budget. You can start with $0. You won't make thousands of dollars the way that I did very quickly, but you can make an extra $200-$300 a day, even maybe a week.
When you say start on eBay without carrying inventory, can you tell me more about how that process works?
Yes. So you would actually select a product on, let's say, Walmart or Amazon. You would upcharge it $10 to $25 and you would sell it on eBay using a rewritten description, photos, as well as title. And that's how you would sell it. And you would just ship it from Walmart.
Interesting. What are some of the tools that we need to get started?
You just need, obviously, access to Wi-Fi, a phone, an iPad, a computer, and just a reading level above a third grade education. And you definitely can make consistent income online.
And is that something that people can do on the side?
Yes. So it can be done on the side to pay for a big expense. It could be done working full-time, 40 hours a week, and making a side income of $1,000, $2,000, or it could be done full-time, making 6-7 figures.
You said you could start without inventory. You could start with inventory. Can you tell me maybe about, I don't know if one is better than the other.
The only difference is the person starting either has the funds for inventory or they don't. If you have funds, by all means, you should get inventory. But if you are in a hard place financially during this recession, you have to start without.
If you can afford to buy inventory, I guess the reasoning here would be the cost would be lower.
The cost would be lower and you could sell a lot more, a lot faster.
What are some items that do very well when it comes to e-commerce?
Toasters, weight fitness equipment, ceiling fans, dog beds, everyday items do extremely well. If you're building your own e-commerce brand, anything that is consumable and runs out, this could be cleaning supplies, this could be skincare, this could be supportories, candles, because those are all things that run out that the person has to repurchase.
That's very interesting. I want to hear more about how you're using your income right now to build more wealth for the future.
Right now, I'm investing in Section 8. I buy turnkey properties below $80,000 and we place Section 8 applicants in them. And the government pays majority of the rent and they pay with their Section 8 voucher.
Real estate is
Yes.
big for you right now. What are some of the things that you have learned about wealth over the past 5 years?
Definitely always save money for taxes, get a great accountant, a great bookkeeper, and plan for the worst. Every day won't be sunshine and every day won't rain. Just be prepared for that, manage your money, and stay consistent.